Well, hello, my dog loving friend. It's Tracy. Welcome to Beyond Obedience, the podcast. If you missed last episode, I gave a unique opportunity for us to sort of go behind the scenes, a sneak peek behind the curtain, whatever you want to call it, of this past month's coaching call for the Fearless Framework. And I had so much fun, I thought, let's do it again. So I wanted to share another snippet from that call. Now, in this particular case, I don't know if you know this, but we have video analysis of behavior. Video analysis is so cool. It allows us to get really, really deep and figure out the best next steps on how to help your dog struggling with reactivity. This is Candice and her dog Arlo. Candice submitted a security video she had that captured a moment of reactivity. And now you, my friend, get to listen in on how we discuss next steps and what to do when her dog reacts. I really hope you enjoy this episode of Candice and Arlo. Let's get into it. Ready to have a calm and peaceful life with your dog without the stress of those fear-based behaviors? Hi, I'm Tracy, and I've been there, overwhelmed by all the conflicting dog training advice and unsure of what to do next. But now I help dog lovers like you simplify your life with your dog by building confidence naturally, fostering trust, and addressing those fear-based challenges. So, if you're ready, stop chopping those chicken wieners and let's get to it. Hey there, friend. Did you know that the Calm Down Dog Bootcamp is back and it's happening October 7th, 8th, and 9th? Yes. It's true, it's free, it's live, it's a 3-day experience. And if you've got a dog who struggles with fear or reactivity, just can't seem to settle, this is for you. So, who's it for? It's for people who have tried obedience, treats, and training and their dog is still struggling. It's for someone who is living in constant alert, always wondering when the next reaction or meltdown is going to happen. And it's for someone like you. If you love your dog to pieces, but you don't always feel confident leading them through this, you need to be at the boot camp. What will you get out of this event? Well, we're going to be breaking down why obedience isn't the answer and what actually is. I'm going to be sharing one of the most incredible videos I ever shot by accident and exactly why it changed everything for me as a dog lover and a trainer. And you're going to leave knowing how to show up for your dog in a way that builds real trust and confidence for both you and your dog. Remember, it's free, it's live, and it's going to shift the way you think about behavior, leadership, and calm. And a little hint, on day 3, I'm going to be doing some live coaching. That means you, my friend, can sit down with me and we'll tackle your dog's behavior struggles together. Make sure you're there. Save your seat now at beyondobedience.ca/bootcamp. Because remember, calm is not only possible, it's contagious, and it starts with you. I'll see you there.
So if you are joining us, wait, is Candice saying things in the chat? Oh, she's at work. She's got to stay muted. It's too loud here. Okay, gotcha. Thank God I checked the chat. I just thought she was being rude. Of course she's at work. All right. So in case you are just being, this is Candice and Arlo, and Candice takes Arlo to work. So Candice and I have been chatting a little bit about understanding Arlo's protective nature around work and such. So I will say this, Candice, nothing about what has happened at all in all of your stuff was shocking to me. In fact, I was like, I would expect that from Arlo. So this is a video of Candice's work, and I'm going to stop at 4 seconds. I think it was 4 seconds. So it's kind of hard to see from this angle. So if you guys notice, this is Candice here. This is little Arlo. He's coming back from his little walk, and there is a woman coming out that Arlo knows, has met her before. She's even scratched him under the chin and whatnot. However, at this particular part, and it's hard for me to see exactly because it's, a security picture. But at this particular point, you're coming towards the door. I wanted to know, Candice, if you can tell me, is there a window here by the door? Like, can Arlo see into the building? Because I sat there, you could ask Paisley, for like 20 minutes this morning. You can see in, but Arlo can't. Okay. So I sat there literally this close to the video being like, what is that? Because at this moment here, then, let me back up and let me play it again. There. Oh, it's even better. So in this moment here, he does this. I can tell his tail is up, his head is up, and he is alerted. And your hand came up. See that? Go back. See where your hand is in 3 seconds. And then at 4 seconds, your hand comes up. And then he turns. So this right here is the moment, maybe at 3 seconds, the moment before the moment, but this right here is the moment when we know that Arlo is now on alert, because he was like, he felt it. Your arm came up, something happened. And now right here, I was like, this is really good because he's slightly behind this leg, which is great. The door is about to open. Ma'am is there. I can't really see what Arlo's doing. If you could ask your work, Candice, to like put some better cameras with more angles for me, that would be fantastic. Just, and maybe a little bit better color. It's kind of grainy. So just put that request in for me. I can't really see. It just says, right, the cameras suck. And now here we have, this is where we have a problem. And it's not her fault. She probably came out and saw him and was like, it's Arlo. And then Arlo was like, I will eat your face. Right? I'm assuming. I'm adding in the words. I don't know if that's what he actually said. But yeah, he already did. So I missed it. See, I couldn't see it. So he was already moving at that point in time. You know, from the video, Candice, it looks like you handled this really well. Like, it looks like you were just like, oh, my dog's going to eat your face. Like, I don't know if that was what was going on, but you were, it looks like you were very calm, which is lovely. So what I find interesting is, so we have this reaction. Where's this lady going? Because she goes this way and then is like, oh shit, that's not where I've parked. And then she goes that way. What happened there? Where was she? Where was she going? Like, why did she walk that way? Is it because her car was there and she had, that was the wide berth she gave you and the dog? Like, maybe that is it. Maybe it's because she was going to go this way and Arlo was there. She was like, ah, and then she had to go around. Anyway, so what we have here too, so now she's gone up and around and now he's like, oh, the threat is there. So what we have is a classic situation for the dog where he was triggered to an event happening. So I don't know whether or not you, Candice, saw her coming and was like, oh, person coming, and you lifted up your arm and he went on guard, right? Or it was something else. I don't know. But he knew that something was happening and that he needed to be on guard. Then she came out. She probably was like, what the heck's wrong with your dog? And you were like, oh, no. And then she did this weird thing that, and Tanya knows this because we had that happen to us with the Belgian Malinois when we were walking. One of the sneakiest things that happens, and dogs are great at doing it, but they also know about this trick, is that we will end up, dogs will sort of wait till we pass and then they'll sneak around and come up behind. And it's a sneaky thing to do. And unfortunately, that is what she did. I don't think she did it intentionally, but that's what ended up happening. Because if you can see here in the video, he was like, oh, hell no, right? Because he turned around. So this is one of those situations where after the reaction happened, after the first, like, he lunges, we're going to immediately give him feedback. Now, this is one of the cases because you do know this person and he knows this person that you could have turned into him and bumped him back a little bit to be like, no. So moving this leg right here. Let me back up a little bit. So she's coming out, backed up too much. So at this point here, he's still kind of, I think, doing his crazy thing. If you had sort of turned and faced him and turned your back towards her and bumped him back, almost kind of bumping him back into a space. This video is just a random person. Oh, this is a random person. Okay. So you definitely don't know this person. Okay. I got my stories mixed up. Okay. Sorry. There's a lot in your thing. And I'm very tired. Candice, please forgive me. Also, okay. Either way, doesn't matter. So, okay, if it's not someone that you know, you could still bump him back, but then you're going to face her. And this gets uncomfortable because your dog just did something. So she's going to be like, how dare you? And lots of us don't want to face those people. You can be like, so sorry. He's on meds. I don't know. You can lie. Doesn't matter. Bump back with your leg. Yes. Bump him back with your leg. So he goes to lunge. I still sort of, I would probably still step forward into him to block the lunge. But then I would pivot and then hold him back. So I'd shorten my leash, hold him back behind me. But then I'm going to watch her as she moves. Now, see what happened here. She went that way and you went to leave. And then look at right there. It almost looks like from the video that she's like, I got to run this way. The moment that this woman turned, he turned because he was still watching her. And these are those moments where we have to make sure that we watch that person all the way through. And it looks creepy to the people because we're like staring at them like they have the problem. But it's showing the dog that you're seeing it because she went this way and you went to go on and be like that. And then he was like, hell no, look at, she's coming behind us. She's coming behind us. And then you saw him and went, oh, you're still reacting? Why is that? Oh, it's because there's a lady still here being all weird. Why did she do that? Why did she do that? Right? Lynn said, but is Candice not looking back also? Candice is looking at the dog. I think. We can't tell because of the crappy security cameras that she has. I mean, how are you supposed to catch criminals, honestly, with this kind of camera? No, but right there, she's looking at Arlo. Generally speaking, I will say, Candace said, noted, next time I'll be more creepy. Yes, creep them out. And I will say, and Tanya knows this because we had that opportunity to do that, but the Belgian Malinois that we came across, they walked past us, or we were walking past. The dog just kind of was kind of staring us up eerily. And as we walked back past, I kept turning and facing that dog. And sure as shit, he tried to come behind us. And then I was like, no. And then he left. So it's a sneaky move. But because dogs do it, it means dogs expect it, right? That's the thing. So, I mean, I wouldn't have expected this human to do that. I don't know why all of a sudden she was like, I'm parked over here, because she turns really weird too. Like, it's kind of weird. So next time I want you to just kind of like, again, you want to be in front of him. She kind of ran too. Maybe she was scared of your dog. So there's a lot of good stuff here. But as I say, we want to make sure, kind of what I said to Helen, we want to marry obedience with your body language. We want to make sure that your body language is letting him know that you see it and you got it. This woman was a little bit weird. Not gonna lie. This little move here where she's like, I'm gonna go this way. The dog is like, I will get you. So Yes. So that was one. Let me find my other notes. I love that video, by the way. I mean, quality wise, not great, but I do love that video. Other things. Oh, the possession. So all that's what I was saying. So all of the stuff that you were saying in your note was like it all made perfect sense to me. And it is, you're absolutely right. This is a possessionary thing. He's being possessive of you and of space. He does believe that where you work is his space. It's 100% his space. So we need to start changing that so that he's deferring to you, right? And the way that we do that is that you have to see the threats that he is seeing and really work on, I don't know if you started doing, because we did talk about you doing perimeter checks at your work, in the parking lot. So when you're in the parking lot, I want you to look at those threats, like anybody coming in and moving in or all of that stuff. I want you to look at the threats and then you decide this isn't a threat. No, it's fine, buddy. Let's go this way. If it's a person, you're going to watch them go by and you're going to be like, okay, it's fine. You really have to sort of reiterate this whole thing that you see all of these things that he sees because you are reflexively seeing them, meaning you're seeing him, you're seeing the threat, and you're preparing yourself for him to be reactive, which is why your arm moves up or you're like pulling him back or whatever. So he's picking up on your cues before you know it. So we want you to start going like, I see it now, and now I want you to move back. I see it now, and now I'm going to be a little bit calmer. I see it now, and now I'm going to tell you that it's okay. So keep doing those kind of pack walk or perimeter checks for that. The fact that he is fine and sees people out in neutral territory just confirms everything that it is a possessionary thing. And the stuff with him being fine with a dog until that dog comes to see you, that is classic possession. Classic possession. So, same thing with that. I do not allow dogs to possess me. I do not. Like, I get offended when a dog tries to be possessive of me. And the way that you see it is with other dogs or cats or kids, that kind of thing, usually, or sometimes people, but not like, not that kids aren't people. Kids are people too. Sorry, adults. Kids are people too. But like kids, cats, other dogs, those kind of situations, dogs will show possessionary discussions there. And it starts off with just where they put themselves. So if you're at like a get together and there's other dogs and you see your dog is over sniffing something, another dog starts to wander your way and they move in front of you while looking at that dog, that's a possessionary discussion. And I will correct it at that moment. I will give a little tap and be like, don't, and I'll move them back. I find it so offensive when a dog possesses me because I think of it like I am not a juicy steak bone. Like I am not a dog toy that you get to possess. That is not a thing that happens here. And I think because of my real like disgust about being a dog's possession, it really comes out in how I address it. So we'll see it all the time with small dogs. Small dogs will level up and get on your lap when another dog or a kid or somebody is present. They'll be lying over there perfectly fine. Another dog will walk in the room and then they come over to you and they jump on your lap. That's possession. That's not love. That's not love. That's just like, hey, just so you know, right? So you can start to catch that earlier and earlier and sort of redirect it. But for me, if a dog does that possessionary stuff, they lose access to me. Like now you have to go lie over there. Now I'm not going to push that by like I see some people be like, it's okay. I love both of you or whatever. Don't do any of that. Dogs don't understand any of that garbage. That's just human bullshit. So I wouldn't like call the other dog over, but I would send my dog, like, you have to go away. And then I might pet a dog and then send them away kind of thing. So does that make sense, Candice? This is wild. Or are you talking about my house? My house and the barking. My house and the barking right now is wild. Just keep disagreeing with them. Yeah. Yeah. So if he comes into your space, like if he comes in to be like, you're going to be like, no, now you don't get it. So, for example, in my house, when Nike does it, Nike's the worst offender of it. When Nike does it, because she'll see me petting other dogs and she'll come over and jump on my lap. And I'll be like, nope, like you don't get that. That's not how it works. And then I usually make an effort if I've had to tell a dog no and get off of me or no or whatnot. I'll make an effort at a different time to be like, can you come and see me now? And then we'll have like a moment and I can pick them up and do all of that stuff. Oh, that was the other thing. See, I knew I had notes for a reason. Why it didn't print out, I don't know. Picking them up isn't ideal. So you had said that you were picking him up and carrying him into work. It's not ideal. And the reason why it's not ideal is because he is possessive and you are leveling him up. You're basically holding him up here and be like, now he possesses all of these things. So we don't want to give him that physical advantage of being higher. We want to instead just let him know that we see it. We want to disagree with him being possessive. We're not going to do it in anger. We're just going to do it matter of fact. Nope, you don't get to do that. You lunge to that person? Nope. But also, I'll see it, I'll watch her, and I'll go, she's fine. And now we'll go in. I think that's it. That was 2 hours, y'all. And most of you are still here. So, well done.
All right. Well, there you have it. That was a sneak peek behind the scenes of our coaching call with Candice, her amazing dog, Arlo. Thank you so much, Candice, for sharing not only your story, but your video for us to talk about this month on the Fearless Framework. Listen, if you like this kind of thing, I'm telling you, friend, you need to be inside the boot camp. There will be more of this going on at the Calm Down Dog Boot Camp happening October 7th through 9th. And I want to see you there. And I wasn't going to mention this, but I am going to mention it now so that you can prepare. I will be allowing a few video analysis coaching calls. What? No, you have the opportunity to submit your videos if you would like someone like me to sit down and kind of help you through your dog's behavior, give you the tacticals, the step-by-step, right down to the I need you to move that leg over there, just like I did with Candice here. You can have that opportunity at the boot camp. So how do you do that? You're going to go to beyondobedience.ca/bootcamp. Sign up, tell all your dog friends, get them signed up. That's going to put you in a draw for a free tuition to the Fearless Framework. Plus, I think we're giving away some merch this time. I mean, it's going to be a party. We want to see you there. There will be replays for those who can't make it live. So there's no excuse. No excuse. Go to beyondobedience.ca/bootcamp. I can't wait to see you there. As always, my friend, be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks that you are amazing, and so do I. If you like this episode, be sure to rate it. Subscribe if you're on Spotify. Do all the things to show me that you're enjoying the content. That means the world to me. I think that's it. All right, so I will see you in the next episode. Bye, friend. And one more thing, this podcast is meant for entertainment and education purposes only and is not meant to replace hands-on professional training. If you are really struggling with dangerous behavior with your dog, please reach out to a professional in your area. All right, I think that's it. Bye.